Chathany, we're back. Hello. How are we doing, dear boys? What is good, my dog? Ugh. There we go. How are you today? Chat, I recorded every single match for the next episode last night. Every single one. It's a good feeling. Hopefully, pray to God, I can rapid fire some episodes out. We'll see. Action Doom 2 Reloaded. Doom 1 and 2 have literally infinite things you can do. We'll never die. There will always be more of it. Oh, that's delicious. One or two episodes before Memento Mori. I'm hoping to get through 4 episodes. I'm hoping. I'm gonna attempt to do 4 episodes of Murder Brawl Saturday before Memento Mori. We'll see if I can manage that, because I'm not gonna be here from, like, the end of June through the first couple weeks of July. I regret to inform you, there will once again not be a July 4th stream. Sorry to say. There are things that take priority. Where are you off to? California. In the dead of summer. Ugh. Vacation arc? It's been a while. Stretch the hands out. Oh, Christ. Oh, my knuckles. Oh, dear God. Watch your sister's concert. I will probably do that while I'm there. How awful the last death battle was? Yeah, so I hear. I have heard nothing but bad things. I'm sure that'll go over well. Memento Mori is the name of a Doom map pack. Thief is the name we call you because your real name is sillier. Huh. Is it interested to going to California? I'll see. My lungs. Christ. Put a barn door. Happy to see you stream. Are you putting up a barn door? You need a barn door? Huh. The game I streamed on my birthday became a trending topic. More millennial slop? That is about nothing? Because for whatever reason, millennials really romanticize being 17 and listening to shitty music and staring at the ceiling. Rate the mech in lobby. Now that is something I can do. Oh yeah, that's freaky. That's not bad. That's like a solid 8. Pretty good. Not terrible. Anything strange going on aside from that? Anything odd happening? Did anything bizarre occur since the last stream? I should really just, like, do the Symphony randos on my own time. You know, and just do that as, like, a yearly stream. I may as well. Because I'm still in the mood to play more of Symphony, despite the fact we just did a full playthrough. Guy got sucked into an airplane in Denver. That's rough. That's really bad. Yeah, that's terrible. Is that a topic you want to discuss on a live stream where I'm looking at videos on YouTube? Thief? Crony got recast in a game because she made a boar pun on stream 5 years ago. I believe Ninja told me that. Maybe Ride on the last stream. I was informed that the common IQ in South Korea is ridiculously high, which begs the question of why people could be so fucking stupid. Huh. You mean to tell me the bitch that does nothing but make dad jokes and puns made a dad joke and pun? And the Koreans took this personally. Huh. Wowzers. She got the Paizuri hole, Ori. What, crony? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Huh. 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 Good. Many odd things happen from time to time in this whole thing that we do. Irrational disgust of puns due to their hatred of the Japanese. Sins. Someone that dislikes puns is not someone that I want to involve myself in. They will all pay. Of the father. Ugh. You remember when they had that song play in the game exactly one time and it was while you were staring at Skullface during a silent car ride? Just stare into his eyes. Stare into his beautiful eyes for the entire length of a trip in the back of a truck. Ori having heel promos towards the Koreans. You'd think it would be the Chinese. With biotech powers ruling a sand planet owned by Wayland Yutani. You feel like xenomorphs would do really, 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 really well in Dune? I feel like they would. Huh. How much of the profits from mixtape will go into Mike Knox's NWA contract? I have no idea how those two things are correlated, I'll be honest. Couldn't ask Skullface about why that song was playing in the environment? You should make an MCW OST playlist for everyone's entrance theme? I have them all saved, I could do that. Is that what you wanted to listen to? Is that something you want to do with your time? The game features a Smashing Pumpkins song. So it's that specific type of slop, where it's trying to make you feel things through licensed music instead of through writing. Tried watching someone else play mixtape again, but couldn't make it. I'm surprised you could make it through one, I'll be honest. MCW plus CAW. One of the mod authors for the things that I use added 2 things that I requested, and he just updated the mod thing today. One specifically I asked him for, like, last night. And it's like, oh, that made it in today. I guess it was really simple. Good shit. That I wasn't able to grab an equally funny AVGN YouTube poop in time without an ethnic slur. Sad face. Understandable. Huh. Mixtape looks like it was made to be made fun of on Oni Plays. God, I hope so. Huh. Had to constantly remind chat that the frames weren't dropping. Not too fond of Spider-Verse. We can finally have the koala from the CM Punk gifs. Ah, it's funny. We'll be using that pack theme I sent you for those ninjas. If they need to make an entrance, sure. Recreation of the Slapnuts incident in MCW. I thought you wanted it to be Majin Fork getting done like Beetlejuice. I thought that's what you wanted. Who is the one breaking a guitar over Majin Fork's head? Is it Regular Fork? Is Regular Fork smashing a guitar over Majin Fork? Koala versus Bonzi Buddy being like Yoda versus Dooku. Ori, I have a question. Thief, I may or may not have an answer depending on what your question is. Go on, boy. You have the floor. Is Ron Perlman the elder chieftain of the Henry Rollins phenotype? I feel like he is. If not, he's certainly up there. Huh. Heavily relies on nostalgic callbacks and licensed music over innovative storytelling and character development. Some of the worst things you'll ever experience in your life try to use licensed music to get you to feel things. Instead of, like, actually getting you to feel things. Tenpenny should be the Jeff Jarrett. Huh. Ron Perlman should play Kevin Nash in a Summer of '92 biopic. Yes, I agree with this. Generally. Ninja got like 10 copyright claims. I can't imagine how this could happen. Remember, kids, all of this is because of Lars Ulrich. All of it. Every single bit of it. Never forget it. Huh. Anybody watching the Michael Jackson one? Dude, I just don't see movies anymore. If someone I know tells me, yes, you should see it, then I will watch it. Badass biker dude in Payday 2, only for him to have some of the worst fucking delivery in the game. Ron Perlman doing a bad voice acting job is like spotting a fucking Sasquatch. That's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, isn't it? Kevin Nash auditioned to play Cable in Deadpool 2. Ugh. I would say you should see it. Thief, your capacity to watch movies currently is limited to things you can watch in front of your parents. Your taste is not to be trusted right now. Huh. Hoxton pantses him? Thief watching Tales from the Hood with his parents. Huh. Alright, Thief. Here's your motel bill. Why does it say here that you marathoned the entirety of the Psycho prequel series? Why does it say you did that on the bill? Huh. Bad and rememberable day for him in '92. I like that no one outside the stream or involved in wrestling in any capacity is ever going to understand this bit. No one. Not one. Didn't that series star the I'm a Surgeon kid? I don't know. I never saw the goddamn thing. I only said it because he fucks his mom. And I feel like that's something you would watch in front of your mom. Huh. Kevin Nash should have never gone there. So true. Could have avoided the whole thing. Instead, he paid the price. Gah. Ah. Oh. Chat, what did you have for dinner? I had 2 cheeseburgers and some fries. It was lovely. Ha. Chicken from work. Cheap bacon and eggs with toast. Thief, is there not like a regular store nearby with something you can get in a can? Thief, you know they sell portable hot plates that you could put like a pot on and cook. 92 incident analog horror series. We were going to have sausage, but it felt like orange wall sealant foam. Jesus God. Gah. When I got up this morning, I had a sandwich and some chips, and that altogether is all I've had today. And that's all it's gonna be. Hobo cook maxing on the motel room. You gonna fry an egg on the radiator next? Is that what you're gonna do? You literally have a pan, an air fryer, and a tabletop over here. Why aren't you using them? Huh. Play it deadpan whenever we have it on Analog Horror Sloppa. Was sent an anonymous email, and this was the attachment shit. This Analog Horror series was discovered on a burned DVD behind a dumpster in the back lot of JCPenney. If we have too many of them on at once, it trips the breaker, so fun. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Good. Hey, chat, hypothetically, how do you clean an electric razor? Do you have to take the whole goddamn thing apart? Do I need to disassemble this entire goddamn thing? Yes. Huh. Signed through the mail so I could send him a copy of the Busted Nash Pug, but he doesn't. It's unfortunate, I know. Terrible, even. The pug will return. Gmod sounds and Animu moans. Yes. If you're asking, the answer is probably yes. Wipe to clean the blades on the electric razor? I mean, I guess that could work, maybe? Huh. I guess. Problems for later. Appearing as special guest referee in MCW. Funny you say that. There's a different referee for this episode for each match. Each match has a specific referee that has not been seen on the show before. So, please look forward to that, I guess. I suppose you have that to look forward to specifically. It is a name uttered only once in a great while on this stream. A name associated with the marionette. Ha! Huh. Should we begin the slop? You want to begin the slop, or do you want me to scream for like 5 more minutes? Remains to be seen, quite frankly. Dude, I would make a terrible alcoholic. I already slur my speech too much without being drunk. Huh. My capacity to speak is deteriorating the longer I exist. It's terrible. Mr. House buying MCW out of Todd. There are already plans in place for something. You'll see. I say too many slurs without drinking. Ah! Funny, humorous. Alright, turn this down. Turn it all down. Thy kind are all of a piece. Huh. Right. Well, isn't this magical? No. I guess we can get into it then. Call me the town drunk because I'm the CEO of Slurs. I can stop at the time I want. Mostly because I never started. Alright, fine, let's do this shit. Hang on. Oh yeah, this'll go well. Starting us off right. From Yaman, a Japanese idol tracked down her missing fan. Oh boy!
POV. You get arrested and your favorite idol shows up to the police station to bail you out. I mean, this all sounds anime level ridiculous.
This sounds amazing.
This is how things unfolded for one man in Japan. This right here is 20-year-old Takahashi Nanase. Takahashi identifies as a race queen or racing idol in Japan. Pretty much that is a pit girl.
It's basic, yeah, it's that.
And sexy clothing and plays a combo.
It's like the
eye candy for fans, but also providing moral support.
They're basically the cheerleaders you see at like a football game.
A core fan
ostensibly
consisting of 7 male fans who are referred to as the 7 otakus. These 7 otakus,
left-leaning white guy voice. What would you consider right-leaning white guy voice?
Money on this race queen and literally
is it a guy who sounds like he smokes a lot?
They literally go as far as making matching t-shirts with Takahashi's face printed on them and develop the photos taken at her different events, and they show them to each other at cafes. Now, this is where the story takes a very interesting turn. These 7 were so familiar with Takahashi that one of the members, who was a man in his 50s named A, was supposed to show up on a radio show with his Oshi as the official fan representative. But on the morning of, A-san was nowhere to be found. Takahashi kept trying to call him and send messages through line, but she couldn't get in contact with him. This was actually concerning because A-san wasn't the type of person that would act like this. However, she did recall the night before seeing him.
I should watch Konosuba again.
Throwing up. This small detail made Takahashi concerned because she knew that A-san had a heart condition, lived alone, and had no family. She spiraled to the point where she was thinking this dude kicked the bucket. So like a
more likely than you think.
Persona, homegirl assembled the rest of the 7
getting calls from your idol, lucky bastard.
She made
I DM my idol regularly.
Fragmented info so she could find this man. One person shared A-san's car model info, another person knew the nearest train station from A-san's house, and Takahashi had the ultimate trump card info because she knew A-san's postal code based on all the gifts she got from him through Amazon. The difference between
left and right-wing leaning white guy voice starts with Almighty Lolly. You know, funny, I just watched something of his today.
All the info they put together. Then miraculously, one of them found the exact car model and they thought, this must be it. They got up and made their way over to A-san's house. Talking about race queens though, why don't you buy this amazing Konosuba Megumin race queen version?
God, I would own so much stupid shit if I had all the money in the universe.
Not only could you get these god tier figures from today's
Christ, it would be just wall to wall.
Over 100,000 high quality items straight from Japan, and there is worldwide shipping. It's an amazing online store offering products from major Japanese.
You know those people that line their entire walls with like Funko Pops or other Reddit shit? That'd be me with like the anime girls.
God tier pure cinema,
just as far as the eye can see inside.
Follow Mecha on Insta, YouTube.
Entire
X
living
for
room is
exclusive
nothing
item
but them.
drops and amazing deals. All their links can be found down below. Use my code
Every single Bishojo figure imaginable.
$100 plus order today. Use that code, man. It goes a long way in helping out.
Every
the channel. All
Nendoroid
that
possible.
Said, let's get back to this Yakuza 0 side mission story. Okay, from here, Takahashi and one of the 7 otakus go on a voyage all the way to Kanakawa. Mind you, Kanakawa...
The only sponsorship offer I've ever gotten was for scented candles.
Via public transportation, so clearly
How
Takahashi
odd, right?
dropped everything to find this one fan. This trip was clearly worth it though, because they were able to find A-san's house, which was located in an old apartment building. They go to the landlord who lives on the first floor and ask him to open the door to A-san's apartment. Well, this is where things kind of got complicated because what really was Takahashi's and A-san's relationship? It's not like they were family or even work colleagues. They were simply just an idol and a fan. The landlord finally gave in after Takahashi showed a bunch of past
The scented candle that makes your brain into lead.
Events,
the scented candle that reminds you of times when things were better.
As the landlord was opening the door, Takahashi noticed that the exhaust fan of the apartment was running. That was concerning for a couple of reasons. This meant that A-san came back because the ventilation fan was on, but the fact that nobody got in contact with him meant that there was a good possibility that he collapsed. At this point, the fan that came with Takahashi started to spiral. What should I do? We were such good friends. I don't have any other friends. Takahashi literally had to put her hands on this fan and tell him, "Get your ish together, boy." Without any hesitation, the Race Queen swings the door open, and the first view was straight out of a horror film. Everything was a horrible mess, and things started to
This sounds about right for someone that's really into idol culture.
Just scurrying about. She then proceeds to look for A-san, but he was nowhere in his apartment. Finally, she walks over to the bathroom, which its door was completely shut. She reaches for the door, and to her complete surprise, the door wouldn't budge at all. It was at this moment where Takahashi was internally freaking out. However, when she managed to open the door, it was just more luggage being spilled out, and thankfully, A-san was nowhere to be found. Thank goodness they didn't find a collapse in the bathroom, but the search is now back to square one. This is where most people would check out, but not with this young woman. She treks another 2 hours back to Tokyo and goes to Shinjuku.
Which chat member's room would you not want to see?
A-san the night before.
That's a good question.
That he parted ways with him at Shinjuku. The determined girl.
Snack has a boyfriend, so his room has to be
Shinjuku
clean.
hospitals with emergency
Thief's room is his mom's room, so that's clean.
Critically ill
Meto's Argentinian, so his room's fine.
Was nowhere to be found.
Ride's dying, so his room's probably pretty filthy. So there's that.
At the station, as she explains the situation, the police
I don't think anyone here has a particularly filthy room, I'll be honest.
A missing person report unless you're a family member or someone.
It's really not.
Now, it was time for Takahashi to crash out. Mind you, this girl went through a lot in the past 24 or so hours. She was climbing over piles of trash, running around the greater Tokyo area for hours, and there was a good chance one of her closest fans are dead. He might have died alone somewhere.
You can look at the robots and the monsters.
This is when the police officers realize something and
low energy keeps me down too often. Yeah, that'll happen.
Felt like an eternity. The police officers drag out A-san from the back of the station. The comedy of all this was that Homeboy was wearing a graphic tee that had Takahashi's face all over it, with her name printed in huge letters. Bro, just imagine all this
representative.
A-san hits them with one of those Konosuba thumbs up emotes. That would be pure cinema. Right when Takahashi made eye contact with A-san, she started to burst into tears. They were finally able to piece things together after A-san fully recounted what happened the night before. After he got drunk at the bar event, he was chilling by himself at Shinjuku Station. This is when he suddenly got aggressively approached by a drunk man and they got into a scuffle. A-san actually ends up injuring the man and gets taken to jail. Takahashi then swaps stories and shares the lengths she went to find him, and A-san was absolutely stunned. I don't think there's anyone else who would go such lengths. There aren't many people in their 50s who would search for you so diligently, so I was really happy.
At least one channel awesome user probably would have done this. At least one.
In the future,
and unfortunately, it probably would have been Juwario.
The rest of my life.
Oh,
Some days later, Takahashi rents out a live music venue, and during the performance, Takahashi points at A-san in the audience and sings, "No matter where I am, I'll find you." Asan breaks down crying and goes on to buy 100 checkies of her that day. After this news went public, there was a mix of reactions. One Japanese person says, "If they do something like this, I'll stand them till the day I die." Another Japanese person requested this whole thing gets turned into a movie. On the Western side of things, one user said, "I am unsure if that is sweet or disturbing. Probably both." Takashi
Imagine a woman
she's
caring
less
about
aware
your
of
well-being.
danger than other people, but
Now that's
she
fantastical.
goes to these lengths because her parents divorced when she was young. and
Searching
she lived with her
Chuwario's
mom.
computer
So
to
she
see what
always
happened to
looked
him
up
and
older
witnessing
men.
the horror.
She's also very close to her friends and loves to both meet and talk with them. But what
Yeah, the
are your
worst part
thoughts
about
on
that
this
whole
Yakuza
thing is a
side
number of
mission?
people
Do you
knew
think
that he was
Takashi
cheating on his
is
wife on the
venturing down
regular.
a path of reverse parasocialism
They just
that she
didn't
cannot
think to
return
ever
from?
question how
Or is
old
she
some
a
of them
real
bitches
one
were.
for moving mountains to find her one fan? Once again, huge shout out to today's sponsor, Mecha Japan. Make sure I use my code.
Buy me anime
E-MAN.
figures.
I'll talk to you
I
next time.
deserve
This has
them.
been your boy E-Man. Peace out.
That's not a bad watch. That's fascinating. So it takes being a Japanese idol and all the money and fandom that comes therein and trying to assist a man that is 3 times her age for a woman to care, huh? I hate my life. Next! From Dead Graphic, Homelander versus Albert Wesker, The Boys versus Resident Evil. Finally, some good food.
I'm not just like the rest of you. I'm stronger. I'm smarter. I'm better. I am better.
7 minutes.
You know, I'm pretty
7 minutes is
confident
all
in
I can
saying
spare to
Wesker
play
could
with you.
probably punch Homelander's head off. Probably. We're actually doing the 7 minutes on the clock, too. Good detail. Who has the stronger hair gel? Now that's a thing worth debating. He's more durable than people think he is. Considering he has this, like, dedicated animation for having a rocket shot in his face during the boss fight. And he lives through that shit. Walks it off like a G. Albert Wesker or Goku? Okay, Goku'd win, but he'd probably get infected with, like, zombie AIDS.
Is that all you have?
Thank you, Albert. Where's my Wesker character action game? I miss 1 Minute Melee. It's glad to see that other people are inspired by it still. Brings a tear to an old man's eye. Wesker did beat Galactus. That did happen. That is canon, it's true. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise. Ha! Play the Wesker IRL Mog edit. Next. Manhunter Pax in RimWorld Be Like by Parallax. 14 seconds. Happily nude. This is so fucking real. What a silly game. Aaron Fromm. Norm. I believe this is actually something that would probably be, like, real. Arissa, hello.
In 2016, I made a recording of Norm Macdonald. I didn't really understand it at the time, but when I heard he died just a few years later, I went back and listened to it again.
We miss Norm Macdonald here.
I'm rolling.
Does anybody have a cigarette? I'm not gonna light it. I just want to hold it to calm me down. Thank you. If a guy's really convinced of an afterlife,
stuff.
then
He's
life
drawing
becomes
after
more
she
and more
died at work.
trivial, you know. You know,
You're actually
spend your
talking to her
days
ghost right now.
denying the catastrophe to come. When I was just starting out in comedy, I met a guy named Sam Kinison.
Oh,
He never
God,
did
I
the
miss
mistake
him.
that a lot of entertainers do, which is to try to figure out what the audience wants to hear.
You suck! Come on! You want to party? Fuck it, let's go! Please don't.
Those guys are always the best.
Scheduling and all that. Everything
The ones
always adds to the stress
untethered
list.
to this world.
Yeah, there's
They're
Farley.
a little bit closer to heaven than all the rest of us. And Sam took me under his wing, kind of.
And now your host, the Weasel.
Hey, boys. Let's get this party started.
Man, everyone and their mother was on coke, huh?
There's two ways to write a joke. One, you do it like Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal with life cereal? Why don't we call it Odies or Squaries?
You take a little thing like cornflakes and you make it big and treat it with the utmost importance.
Oh no, this is much bigger than that. This is life, I tell you.
But the other way to do it, the better way, is you take a very, very important thing and do the opposite. Either way, it juxtaposes the absurd with the
Disney could have been making stuff that looks like this at any time, by the way. Instead, they're making computer-generated garbage.
Norm McDonald.
When he told me that, it changed my whole comedy.
You know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him.
Oh, God.
Kinison had been a preacher, you know.
Generational.
God! I screamed at God at the top of my lungs!
That's where he got that wild shriek. When he died, he'd finally quit drugs.
Then he got hit by a car, right?
He got
If I'm
hit
recalling correctly.
by a fucking guy that was all stoned. It was very ironic.
Yeah, a little bit.
He got out of the car, he walked around,
Sam, are you all right?
and he said to his friend Carl LeBeau, he goes, I'm fine, I'm fine. Internally, he was bleeding, but he looked fine. And then he says, why now, why now? You know, and now he's talking to God. And then he smiles and he goes, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Man lies down and dies. So maybe you don't think there's Jesus Christ, but you got to know there's God. And people like Kinison, even when they die, they live forever.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For Sam, amen.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river. I'm gonna catch tomorrow now.
There's a lot of guys that did stand-up back in the day that I miss a lot.
Just like I always told you, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
Didn't Bob Saget also die like right after Norm did?
But I will always
Messages not go
be
through?
around.
Evidently not.
Just like the songs I leave behind.
Like, it doesn't feel like Robin Williams died all that
I'm gonna
long,
live
right?
forever now.
Like, no, he's been gone a long while.
You fathers and you mothers, be good to one another. Please try to raise your children right.
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Like, I think Adam Sandler's mostly a hack.
Safely to the light.
But it's like that Chris Farley song he did a few years ago is like really fucking heartfelt.
I have
And that'll
gotten
just ruin you.
funnier.
And all the
The
stars
show
If that was anything you
has
grew up
gotten
on back then.
really bad.
remember someone really
Some press send
loves
vids?
you.
Yeah, I did. They're funny.
Murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, but I know
I thought it was a matter of record.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river.
There was never really anyone quite like Norm Macdonald, though. Not really.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna cross that river.
It's like he kept him dying secret until after it happened. Didn't tell anyone that it was happening.
Good night. And good luck.
But not like a fucking boss.
Yeah, baby.
If your words live, which yours will,
Yeah.
well, mine will and his will.
Him and
just
Leonard
like the
Cohen
living
anyway.
Word of the Bible, you're gonna live forever.
It's all about the word. Amen.
God bless everybody.
God bless you, brother. Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too, bro. See ya.
That was fucking phenomenal. That was actually fantastic.
I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond.
I'm older than Bill
someday.
Hicks when he died. Jesus, man. That fucking sucks to hear shit like that, right? How old was Farley when he died?
But I'm gonna be a
Farley was not
diamond
old when he
someday.
died, right? Neither was John Belushi, if I recall. Man! Christ. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't get cancer. That was an amazing work of art, is what that was. Well, from heartfelt to a walking meme. Mr. Bloodclot, Jim Cornette's shit list. Now that's funny. Is it good? Is it there? Did anything happen? I'm not sure. Oh, good. This is going to be a thing, isn't it?